All right, welcome back, everyone. We are back from our little Reiki break. You're back for another episode of Geeking Out. I'm your host for tonight, Ricky Z. You can find me at RickyZ_social on most platforms. And then I have Lucio over here. What's up, Lucio?
Yeah, hi, it's me at Lucio Man on a lot of stuff, but mostly just here.
Then we got Cam.
Hey, you can find me on X at Caden Third World.
Okay, so just before we get started, and I know if you've seen anything, it's been all over social media. The press for this has been crazy and pretty much phenomenal, honestly. We're talking about Wicked tonight, but before we get into that, make sure that you like, subscribe, turn on notifications, share it.
All of that.
Friends, all
Yeah.
that. Share
If
the
there's a
news.
button, just push it.
Push the button. Yes, please.
Push them all.
And if you're following us or watching us on Facebook, please make sure you share it with your family and friends and comment. We want you guys to participate with us. So yeah, we're talking about Wicked. And if you haven't gone to see it yet, hello. Spoiler alert.
See it.
Although this musical is almost 20 years old now.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, and the book that it's based off of is
God,
about
way
30,
more years.
About 30 years old now.
Yeah.
And then the original source material is
yeah, even
Well,
older than that. Come on, guys.
It's okay, but no.
So you're telling the people they should know?
They should know something. But you'd be surprised how many people don't know anything. Honestly, you'd be surprised how people have no clue, no background.
Yeah,
and it really makes you feel like you're kind of in a bubble here when it comes to things like Wicked.
Oh.
And it makes
I pulled this up. Sorry.
Hey.
Try to send it to people.
Do it. Okay. So, of course, every time we're on the air, we have ourselves a drinking game. And today's drinking game is Oz. Whenever you hear us say the name word Oz in any shape or form, you take a sip. And that's of any sip that you would like. If you're sipping on water, take this time to be hydrated.
No, I got an adult beverage.
Well, I have that as well, but I also have my water just in case.
Amen.
All right.
My water never comes in.
Whatever comes in.
You can't see. Oh, see, now my taco butt sticker's not coming. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so quite often we like to do a little quiz every once in a while. We can also put the quiz in the chat. But which Wicked character are you? Usually a BuzzFeed quiz. Mm-hmm. And shout out to our friend Taman. Sorry.
Yes.
He's in the middle of doing a move, and so we're happy for him and hope he gets some rest and spend time with family during this holiday season. So we'll talk to you soon. You'll see him soon.
Yeah.
All right, but back to our quiz. So this one's probably going to be real simple. We took a BuzzFeed quiz on which Wicked character we would be. Cam, I don't think you're happy with yours.
No, I was fine with it. Okay. But I'm just like, I said that because they don't know me. Like, who do they think they are?
You don't know me like that.
that description was a bit much.
All right, so let's see what Cam got. Miss Nessa Rose. This is an op. I'm gonna let you know right now.
She's a nasty individual. However, the description is on point.
So Nessa Rose, your personality matches Nessa. You're perceptive, enthusiastic, and hardworking. Like Nessa, you're observant of the people around you. You notice everything and pay attention to even the smallest details about your friends. You are warm and supportive, which makes you someone who is naturally one of the best friends a person can have. Deep down, you're someone who longs to be loved and accepted, and you have a natural desire to make sure people understand exactly who you are.
Yeah.
And you an op.
They nailed it. But I'm not an op. Like, if that's the core of who she is, like, that's it. Like, that's I resonate with that. But the move she was making,
the move she was making. Hey, Tamon.
Yeah, don't laugh. What's your result?
Right, you didn't send them. He didn't send his results.
You still could have did the quiz.
If you want, go ahead and send your results into the quiz. If you can send me that link and I'll post it into the chat. That's not a result from the quiz.
Okay.
That was not an option.
Okay.
You got Professor Dillerman. That's who he got.
No, something bad. All right.
See, he was the GOAT. So, that's not bad cake to the kid. Come on.
I got Elphaba.
Hey, that's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah. You're introverted, intuitive, and independent. Like Elphaba, you're someone who prides yourself on your mind and being well informed. You're someone who is creative and self-motivated to be the very best version of yourself. Your ambition is a quality those around you admire the most. You're incredibly curious about the world around you, and you will do anything to help those in need. You're okay with not being everyone's favorite. You just care that those closest to you know the real you. I can see that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
I heard the best people got Elphaba.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Okay, there's not enough variety here.
No, it's hard to get variety with with the three peoples.
Is it just the three characters could be picked from?
Well, I don't know because what were some of your answers? So I know I said. Oh goodness, what were some of my answers?
I can barely remember. Barely remember.
I remember I picked a frog.
I know I picked Bernadette Peters for one answer.
I did not.
Oh, who did I pick for
that? One was hard to choose too because it was like between Audrey McDonald, Bernadette Peters, Patty LuPone, and some other folks. I was like, oh man, that's hard.
It was.
I chose neutral. I chose neutral good.
Oh, neutral good. Okay, that's what I picked.
I think I said chaotic good.
I picked. I picked Sally Owens because I wanted to be different.
Sally Owens. Oh, that's Practical Magic. I didn't realize that's the one. That was good. I picked her.
And I picked the Margarita.
I picked Bonnie Bennett. That's what it was. I did pick Margarita. Mm-hmm.
The Broadway playlist I picked was, I think it was Moment in the Woods.
Okay.
I think that's one I struggled to because I want to either pick Moment in the Woods or there was something else.
Satisfied from Hamilton is what I picked.
No, I didn't pick Satisfied, but I think I picked Moment in the Woods.
One Day More?
One Day
More.
Wait for Me from Hadestown. And She Used to Be Mine from Waitress were the options.
Nope, that was the one I picked. She Used to Be Mine from Waitress. Mm-hmm. That's the one I picked.
And the Wicked song I added for the playlist, I think, was Wizard and I.
Mm-hmm.
I picked Dancing Through Life.
I didn't like that one.
Look, dude.
That song. So someone posted because I was like, this movie's long. When are we gonna go to the bathroom in it? Like I had to pick. And someone's like, oh, go during Dancing Through Life. Like it's a long song. You won't miss the whole thing, and nothing, no plot progress happens. I was like, what are you talking about? So much happens in that song. Like 6 important things happen in that song.
Yes. Lots of things happen in that song.
Nobody set you up for failure, friend.
Yeah,
they really did.
Well, yeah. It didn't matter. Like I saw the stage play it off Broadway clearly at some point, and I was like, I'm gonna miss something. It's fine. I was counting on seeing this again, so
right.
Oh yeah. So... I love it.
So let's go ahead and dive into it. Oh, thank you. You're gonna send us your results. I'll get to that in a minute. So the brief synopsis. So Wicked the movie is loosely based on, or this is based off of the musical, which is loosely based off of the 1995 book Wicked by Gregory Maguire, which is kind of not, I wouldn't, people call it fan fiction. I don't like to call it that, but it is loosely based off of L. Frank Baum's The Wonderful Wizard of Oz from like the 1900s. And like I didn't realize it, but there were several sequels to
I
The
saw.
Wonderful Wizard. Yes, there were several sequels to The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
But this takes in the it's sort of like a prequel, and it's yes, I'm drinking. As prequel, it slides into which kind of slides into what happens during the Wiz, if you will.
Well, you can't call it that.
I can't call that because it's not the Wiz.
That's not what it
It's
is.
not the Wiz. It's not the Wiz at all. We're getting the perspective of how did the Wicked Witch of the West become who she was. We know her as Elphaba from the story. We get some background information about how she was born, how she became out green, and her life as a student at Shiz University, and how we meet the Wicked Witch of the North. No, South. Technically, she's the South. Galinda, who we know as Glinda.
Yeah, Linda.
Mhm.
The hair flip, the constant hair flip.
Yeah.
So let's start off with
That was good. That was
are you
good.
looking for something
Okay. Or someone.
or someone? It's the whole mess. First thoughts. What are your first thoughts?
I freaking loved it. It
Yeah.
was so amazing to watch, and like put the songs that I've heard just haphazardly because you are into Broadway and stuff like that. But I never actually got to see it on Broadway. So to be able to see it in a movie format and really be kind of immersed in it all was just magical. It was incredible. Yeah, the performances were fantastic. I was just in awe. I was in awe, and I think I loved it even better the second time.
So you already seen it the second time?
Yes, I've seen it twice.
Nice.
Yeah,
I don't blame you because I'm about to go see it Thanksgiving Day with my mama.
yeah.
I went to go see it with my kids on Friday. It was kind of a thing with my coworker, which turned into like more like a school staff thing. But the kids and I were like really excited about seeing it. And then I'll go see it again with my mom.
That sounds like a plan.
It's definitely a plan. It's gonna happen. I was really tempted to go early this weekend.
Yeah,
It's really, really good.
Yes. So Lucy, what are your thoughts?
So we saw it yesterday, the day before. It was good. Like we'd seen the my wife really liked the book, the Gregory Maguire book. It's like one of her favorite books. She keeps trying to get me to Tom keeps sending us drink. So I never read the book. She's like, "Oh, it's so good, Bill." I was busy reading something else. I guess I don't know. She reads a lot more than I do. I can't keep up with her.
Okay.
She saw the play off Broadway with her friend, and then like a year later, it was back in my area. She's like, "We gotta go see this. You have to see this." I was like, "Whatever, fine." Went and saw it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, saw the play, and I was like, "Oh my god! Like, this is amazing. This is incredible. It's like one of the best musicals I've ever seen." And then, I was worried about the movie. Not disappointed at all. It is great. The only upset part I have is like we finished, and I was like, "Well, now you have a year intermission till we get the second half."
And
right.
you know what? A year is not as bad
No,
as any other time.
I
We would
waited
probably have
longer
to wait
for worse
for
stuff. So
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and it's literally just a year. It's going to be next November,
Yeah.
so
Same
it'll be
day.
here before you know it.
it's great.
They're going to be
I'm
doing it
excited.
for a whole nother year.
Yeah, my kids were jazzed. They'd never seen. They'd
It's
never seen it,
already
but they'd
good.
listened to music. And my youngest thought that was where it ended was the end of the story.
Aw.
I was like, no, Riley, this is where it gets good. Like this is where it gets intense.
We
Yeah.
have so much more to go.
Oh man.
Yes, so I had never seen the stage production, but I had read the book in like high school. I think it might have been a sophomore, junior. I read the first two books because it's like
Son of a Witch, I think is the second
yeah, I
one.
read Son of the Witch and I read Wicked, and and the book is a lot more risque than the musical itself.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Yes.
I've
There
heard that.
is some issues of like assault and things like that. There's a lot of things that
Oh.
they don't show they don't really talk about in the musical that happen in the book. Particularly about how Alphabet was conceived in the first place.
Oh.
Yes.
Mhm.
So keeping that in mind. So for those that are like the movie and therefore the musical itself is a lot more family friendly than the book. So don't give your child that's in middle school or in 5th grade the book.
That's a good warning. That's a really good warning.
So,
Parental advisory.
Yeah, parental advisory. Do not give your child a book. It's not for children. It's not for children.
Amen.
I'll be right back, guys.
Well, the movie's already done 100 million worldwide, apparently.
Right, just this weekend.
That's crazy, and that's crazy.
And I think the budget was 135.
So they're almost there. I feel like by the end of the week they'll be there.
By Thanksgiving, yeah.
And then they're supposed to do a sing along. They're supposed to do a sing along session.
Yes, in Christmas during Christmas time.
So yeah, they're gonna make that money back.
Sing along people in your theaters?
No, everybody was actually pretty quiet.
That's amazing. Yeah, same for us. It was great.
There was one guy that was right behind me that would do a little singing here and there, but it was just him, and it wasn't obnoxious. But you could
it's
tell
hard not to.
Right, you could tell he was feeling the nostalgia because normally we'd be singing too, but like he actually did a good job. And I don't blame him though.
You didn't have to notch your cheese in.
No, we let him cook for a little bit. Okay, so we got Tamon's results. I'm gonna give it a second to load up. Jeremy Bearmy saw with 2 other people in the theater. Small town life.
Jeremy Bearmy.
You know, I would kind of like that. So surprisingly, at my theater, it wasn't packed. We were looking around the theater like, why isn't it like not full?
Yeah.
Like our theater wasn't even that full too. And I'm wondering if it was more people at the other theater not on the other side of town, but like 5 minutes away. But they had like several showings going on that night too. So I wonder if that has something to do with it.
Possibly. Yeah, it probably just happened to be the movie theater you ended up being in. But I had the same thoughts because my theater wasn't too packed. The first night, the second time I went to see it, which was last night, it wasn't packed, but it was pretty. It was a nice crowd.
It's making some money somewhere. It might not be where I'm at. Particular time, it's making money somewhere.
They ain't making money everywhere. I mean, regardless, because they do have several showings. The standard format, they had them in probably like 15-30 minute intervals.
Oh geez, yeah.
They had numerous standard format showings. The other formats were a little bit more condensed because they only have so many theaters that have those specialized equipments and stuff.
Yeah. So they were definitely in like all those types of settings. Definitely could have gone in the recliner seats. I opted for the regular ones for this time. That's okay.
Yeah, I wanted to see it in XDD box or basically that's with Cinemark. That's when they got the moving chairs and all that. You're in the movie, so it responds to what's going on in the movie, and you're like moving all around. So it's like kind of like a little ride of sorts. I was like, oh, this will probably be fun. This will probably be fun to see like that.
Yeah,
especially for Defying Gravity, that could be so incredible.
Yes. All right. So we got Tamon's results right here. Let's see what he got. Tamon, why am I not surprised?
Wow,
Yeah,
that is
bro.
not surprising at all.
Why am I not surprised? So someone read his
Yeah, your
read his
Fiero,
for me.
your personality matches Fiero. You're spontaneous, energetic, and observant. Like Fiero, you're an entertainer, aka you're someone who is the life of the party and wants everyone to have a good time. You're extremely generous with your time and energy, which is a quality people admire about you. You make life interesting because of your sense of adventure and need to have a good time all the time. You make new friends easily and always want to get to know what those closest to you are really like on the inside too.
Accurate.
And you like
Yeah.
doing big dance numbers and singing and hitting them
Accurate.
notes.
And stepping over
It's
people's books and
life.
textbooks and term papers and study guides while they're trying to get some work done.
Okay, that was the most upsetting part of that movie was him stepping on them books,
It's just straight up like
sliding the books. I was
sliding
like,
on the
those are
book.
done. You need new ones now.
I'm weak.
Man, if I were a college, I'm like, man, if I got to pay a fee for these books because you got mud on them, I'm gonna be pissed. They
No,
dance your way through life somewhere else. Not on my books, please.
Yeah. Yes.
on them books.
Flirting with teachers. See? Yeah.
Yeah.
That librarian, man. I was
Seduction.
like, no way. This is not. Whew.
Seduction.
And
Yeah.
did. And did.
Mhm. Yeah.
He shushed her back.
Yeah. I'm gonna charm you. I'm gonna charm you as a distraction. Think of all the things we could do, but it's
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
Okay, so all right, so we have Cynthia Erivo starring as Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, and Ariana Grande as Galinda, the Wicked Witch of the South. Or not Wicked Witch of the South. The Witch of the South. Good Witch of the South. Thoughts? How did they do? How was their performances?
I thought Ariana did a fantastic job. Like I could tell just from the very beginning that she definitely worked with those coaches, the vocal coaches and the acting coaches.
Mm-hmm.
This is some of the best acting she's ever done.
Mm-hmm.
And vocally she was just phenomenal. Like I was like, yeah, you still found a way to have your pop moments, but you really came through with that musical theater classical sound. Like you found a way to get all of that placement right. Like, and then, so I just respect her. I respect her. Like she's amazing.
Yeah.
She did fantastic.
So I didn't have any reservations about her vocal abilities. Because I think she's a powerhouse for sure. And knowing that she has a musical theater background and seeing some of her interviews, her talking about like how like as soon as she found out, like had a little inkling of this being a thing happening, she was like, I gotta get in shape. I gotta get the coaches to train herself, to train her voice to get more into that styling because she's been singing pop for so long at this point. I really appreciate that. I was more concerned about the acting because most of the acting we've seen her in is comical. And not just like and not like the comical you would see in a musical, but like slapstick, Nickelodeon comical, SNL comical. So
with no
this
depth of character.
Right. And so it's nice to see this different range of acting for her. And I had no like concerns about Cynthia Erivo being Elphaba. I thought she was going to kill it.
I had my concerns, and I told Taman this. I had to allow myself to not think so much about who they are or how I know them or how I've heard them before. Because in the beginning, I was like, Cynthia, you're giving me Celia Elphaba, and I don't know if that's what I care for.
Not Celia Elphaba.
That's how it started off. But I'm like, no, you cannot get so wrapped up in something that she did so well. Yes, she was Celie, and she performed her tail off in that musical. and so that automatically linked me to her, and that's
Mm-hmm.
how I have a habit of doing that. So I had to turn my
When she
brain
was
off.
when she was
It
a
doesn't
child.
matter. Okay, yeah,
But
she was
even then though,
younger.
like
She was
Harriet
younger.
wasn't that far behind either. Like Harriet she did
Yeah.
Harriet, and that wasn't too long ago.
Yeah,
years
but
Yeah.
ago,
that even that didn't. It's she's still Sealy.
Mm. Now her father was just like,
Basically,
Mister, stop. I can't. Jeremy gave us his results for the quiz. It's a lot. But he's Bach.
oh, Bach is a nasty man.
He's an op too.
Yeah, big op.
Ah. But he also said he met
We go
Cynthia
back.
and
I
her.
didn't get to see it.
Oh, you want to read all of it? Okay. So, you're protected, dedicated, and reliable. Like Bach, you're incredibly supportive of the people around you. You enjoy helping others and often make sure your friends and the people you love are taken care of before you worry about yourself. While you're always around to help your friends, you do protect your heart and tend to be a bit more private than people might expect. Your fierce desire to protect people is one of your strongest qualities. I feel
Mm.
like these quiz results, these quiz descriptions are leaning too far positive.
Because he's a shady boy. But no, that's awesome.
he's just a jaded person, man.
You know, yeah. So the Jim said he got to meet Cynthia not too long ago. Yeah. I mean, she's a powerhouse too. So like look wise, I wasn't too concerned. I thought they were going to make some choices, and I was going to be okay with them, and I was okay with all the choices.
Yeah, once like I said, it only took just that like in the very beginning, I was just kind of like, okay, don't do that. Just embrace all of this for what it is. Do
Mm-hmm.
not judge. Do not like give this preconception this conception that you have perception that you have, just let it go. Like
Mm-hmm.
watch this and allow yourself to just be in the moment. And being able to do that made this so incredible for me. Especially the second time. The second time I cried. The first time I only got like a little misty in certain parts, but the second time I
Mm-hmm.
definitely cried in a couple different places. Because this musical has a lot of themes. It has a whole lot of themes in it,
Mm-hmm.
and it has even more themes when you check the cast a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it's just so interesting. Never mind. I'm not gonna get political on this. All right.
All right. So for those that don't know
Lucio,
the
No, say hey, Cadence, same thing, man.
what do you think?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with the I mean, back when it was when it was originally done, it was still like the okay, like you know, who all are we othering in this thing? Like, okay, like we got our thing with Alpha, we got our thing with the like capital A animals, like the ones that can speak, like all
yes.
that stuff. It's a lot. No, it was so I am not terribly familiar with Cynthia Erivo's work. I thought she was great, so I guess I was coming in more or less a blank slate. I know I've seen her in like pieces of stuff here and there, but like basically blank slate. I thought she did great. I thought that okay, so I was wondering because this is 2 hours and 40 minutes long, and the stage play was 2 hours and 45 minutes long. I was like, where they get this extra hour 20 minutes from?
That's a good question.
They do let the characters, like there's a lot more breadth to the characters, I think, and like I really liked this portrayal of Elphaba. It's like, oh yeah, like she's smart, but she's hurt, and she's she wants to be like all the things that you see in the play, but like enhanced, and then more layers on top of that, which I really enjoyed.
Oz.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Woo.
All right. So these characters were originally played by Adina Menzel, which we know from Rent. She's Elsa from Frozen, and Kristen Chenoweth. We know her from Pushing Daisies. Your Good Man Charlie Brown. Basically, like musical theater legends of our lifetime. And it was nice to see, like, they would be wrong to not have them as cameos in the movie. So it was I loved them not only just like being seen but being heard.
Yeah, I was so impressed by that. It was so fantastic, and they still sound freaking amazing, of course.
Yes.
Like, and Kristen's just forever funny. She's forever funny. Like everything, I love her. I love her so much. And Idina, iconic. Some of my favorite, especially from Rent. Like, she's so amazing. Okay, sorry, not gonna.
no,
I'm gonna geek out too hard.
That's why we're here, man.
This is the time for that. This is the time for that.
I don't want to geek out too hard. Yeah, incredible. They seeing them really warmed my heart. And it was, like I said, it was so important. It was just to be able to see them, the originals, the original roles.
Yeah,
they found a way to include them, and it's incredible. Just incredible.
Absolutely. Let's see, where was I? Okay, so before we get into our favorite parts, I want to do like a little quick commercial break. And we'll get back into talking more about Wicked and our favorite parts and the music and some other tidbits about the movies that we learned while getting ready for this episode. So we will be right back.
Yeah.
He suddenly stopped being a blockhead and got way too many touching scenes with his family in episode 9 that's setting up a shocking demise in the finale. Did we say that?
What we calling it, right?
You called that. I said that.
Look at that embrace with Ethan.
And look at that at the bottom. They said God hands it to Jim. He's trying to make amends with all of his family.
Slaughter the family. Leave Jim.
Okay, so that was a snippet from last week's episode of the season 3 breakdown of From on Screen Kings, and that was for the season finale that's split up in 2 episodes. That's episode 9. So episode 10 review is this Wednesday, and that scene, that clip in particular, that scene that they're talking about in that episode, yeah. So it should be good. I'm excited for that. Yes. So if you guys have you guys seen From yet at all?
No, I've seen maybe 1 or 2 episodes. I just don't have that subscription. Is the only reason that I'm not currently watching it. That's it. That's
well,
all.
the first two seasons are free on Prime at the moment.
Okay, yes. Well then that I can do. Then I will get.
So when season 4 starts, because it got renewed for season 4, I'm pretty sure season 3 will be free. So, because they'll let you do a 7-day trial. So I would just wait.
Well then, okay, we're gonna see what I can do then.
Yeah,
So
you can watch From on MGM Plus, on Amazon Prime, and then on Wednesday you can watch Scream Kings, where the Fromly will review this season finale of season 3. So back to Wicked. Favorite parts. Let's go.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. It's like slicing a really good cake. Like, okay, which piece do you want?
Oh.
So I would say I really enjoyed The Wizard and I. Just her like exploring shiz, and the little scene of her like in the meadow and like she's jumping and then like you see a little rainbow in the background.
Lots of foreshadowing.
There's so many Easter eggs in this. Just in part 1, there's so many Easter eggs, even like from the very beginning where you get like this introduction where it's no one murders the wicked, and you see Dorothy, the Tin Man Scarecrow, and totally going down the Yellow Brick Road, but you see somebody riding off on a horse.
Her.
Yes, on the side. Yes, this little things like that. Just, I love it. It's like a mystery.
Yeah, I loved Loathing.
Mm-hmm.
They did so good on that
Mm-hmm.
song. Oh man. I love that. I loved I love Not That Girl.
Yes.
Um
To me, that would have been the time. Off jump, I would normally think that would be the time for me to go to the bathroom, but no, I wanted to stay and listen.
no.
I don't
I'm
care
getting
for
emotional.
I don't
Ew.
care for those moments. No, ew, feelings, gross.
Right.
No,
Like
but
I'm
I
like,
like.
let me pull it
I'll
back
sit.
because
I'll
I'll cry
sit.
right now.
Let me eat
I'll
this
cry
popcorn. I'm
right
gonna sit and
now.
watch.
Yeah, it was that was good. Yeah, Ozdust, the Ozdust scene.
Oz, yeah.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
yes, that scene.
Oz.
Whoa!
hey,
Please.
this is my
Hey!
this is my favorite. My favorite scene is the one behind Timon.
Oh yeah, just wait till you watch From. It will be. Okay, I just got back home.
Hey, good to see you, man.
Okay, but yeah, so Not That Girl was really, really good. And I mean, and of course the Defying Gravity and the
Golly,
Unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so good.
Unlimited.
So beautiful. It was just so okay.
Okay, so can I say, like, at the beginning, like the opening of Defying Gravity,
Mm-hmm.
um, something has changed with, and it's already like they're in a dark room, so it's already like
Yeah.
dark, and it almost made me feel like I was watching the Battle of the Night Walkers on Game of Thrones because everything was just so dark. I was agitated, but then like okay, as they get closer to light and like she starts to do some self realization and she
Mm-hmm.
starts to fly, I got over it. But I was slightly like annoyed by that moment just for a little bit. It's like everything's so dark, I can't see a damn thing, and she's
Yeah.
green. Can we do something about this, please?
I just thought it was
It was,
yeah, it
it
was
was
just
beautiful.
so good.
That entire ending was powerful.
Yes, and you know what I have to really give it to Ariana because she was able when she was acting, she was able to really let you see the struggle that she keeps dealing
Mm-hmm.
with whether she should, let all these things, these superficial things that she clings to, whether she should let all that go and join her best friend or not, and everything that's taking place. Like she shows so much in that moment, and it's quiet, but it's noticeable, and I love that. I love when someone is able to really let you into that space because they
Mm-hmm.
bring that level of depth to the character. It was fantastic. It was she did a fantastic job.
She did. Yeah, they both did. All right, what do you think, Lucio?
Oh, it. So, um, is it?
Favorite part.
Man, it's all good. It's all good. So I did okay. My favorite song in Wicked has been "Dancing Through." I just said like a huge goofy number, right?
Mm-hmm.
That library was spectacular. Like I saw those moving bookshelves. I was like, that's not
Yes.
possible, but that's amazing.
Yes.
But so we, my wife and I, we go to Cirque du Soleil shows fairly frequently, and like as soon as I saw those, I was like, I know what they're using those for, and it's exactly what they did. I was like, yep, there's gonna be a big old dance number with them in those things. They used them really well. I was like, this is super impressive. Got the Defying Gravity, of course, is like always spectacular. The only thing that I was like, because she like falls out the window, right, and she loses the broom for a second. She's flailing for like a good 20-30 seconds. I was like, this is very actiony. Like, why are we doing this? This doesn't fit with the rest of the movie. But then she looks and she sees herself in the glass, and it turns into
the baby
herself
Alphaba?
as a kid. And I was like, no! And she reaches out for her own hand and gets. I was like, no!
The baby Alphaba is
Yeah,
that actress,
so
that little
good.
actress is so sweet. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah. They did such a good job, guys.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Tamara, what you got? Some of your favorite parts.
No One Mourns the Wicked is one of my favorite songs
Mhm.
of the play. So I enjoyed the beginning and how it is starting at the end of the
Mhm.
story. For those who haven't read it, sorry. But
It's been 20 years, man. There's no sorry here.
oh, well, great. So we can talk spoilers. Great.
Yeah, we got spoiler alert.
We did the spoiler alert.
Oh, great. My favorite thing is the Easter eggs. Every single one of them
Yes.
made me super excited. From the lion to the Tin Man to the Wicked Witch of the East
Mhm.
to the Scarecrow to
The ruby slippers.
the ruby slippers and the original silver slippers. That was
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then we saw the socks of her sister, so we know who she is. If you haven't read it,
Mhm.
you already know who she is. But we said spoilers, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, I like my favorite thing was when she went to the dance,
The
and
Ozdeath scene.
that's my favorite part of this between the two of them. And I'm still not I was a Galinda fan in the book, but I'm not a fan of her. The character, the portrayal was great. Everything was great. It's just that she's awful. She's awful.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to drink, so.
It's
But
okay.
Hydrate.
the character is absolutely awful. But and she doesn't get any better. She's not redeemable at all. But
But even like in the context of like the wonderful wizard of the outer zone,
the what?
Of the outer zone.
What does that mean?
Well,
I got you, Rich.
Munchkinland?
The Tin Man. Like I think about how like we see Glinda in that first scene where you meet Dorothy and you meet all the Munchkins. It's like she should have gaslighting her the entire time.
Awful. She's
in the movie.
And like the idea was for her to be an op on the inside to help, make change, be an agent of change, and help protect Elphaba while she be the villain. But she doesn't. She didn't do that. She said that she helped a girl try to kill her.
Yeah, it's she did a really good job. Like because on a play, you're not going to be able to see. I can't afford the tickets where I can see the reactions of the actresses' faces. Like I'm not sitting that close, and so seeing Ariana Grande's like,
oh yeah,
reactions to like, oh man, like they have this, this what is it called, effigy they're going to set on fire. They have this, like what is this? Like you can see her reaction. She's like, and she has to play along with it. She's like, this is the only way I keep my friends safe. But it's like, it's upsetting. It's like, whoa, like seeing her just done with these people.
Another one of my moments was when the very end, when she made the decision not to go with Elphaba, and they were having a conversation, but they were also having a second conversation.
Yes.
With their facial expressions. And I knew Cynthia could do it, right? I knew Cynthia can do that. But Ariana was just like so beautiful in that moment. It's like, girl, I can't do this, but I'm gonna make sure you get on your way. Here's a cake, but I can't go with you because my ambition says I have to be this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very much not surprised, but yeah, I kind of was with how well Ariana did her acting in this. So I'm very pleased though, and I can't wait to see how part 2 comes out.
You said something earlier about her vocally, or
yeah, so like she has the range, but she's been doing pop for so long.
Oh yeah.
So she she knew ahead of she needed to train her voice to get back to musical theater. Even like because Kristen Chenoweth has an even more operatic voice than your typical musical theater performer. So if you're going to even like touch that, you gotta get right.
Yeah, and one thing I appreciate about them and how they just said, they sung live while they were on set doing stunts and all those things. And and Ariana said we did that one because the emotion, of course, shows better when you're singing live. But what she said next was most important. She's like, we want to be in solidarity with our sisters who've done this performance 7 days a week on stage. I was like, okay, that's everything. Pay your dues. I love that.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
and it comes across so perfectly. And I love her little mean girl assistants. The Asian guy is my
But the girl who was really gagging it was the redhead girl.
the
Yeah.
other one.
Yes, she was gagging it.
Oh, her facial expressions was everything.
And her reaction. It was
Okay, the little clips and the little side comments and like the different
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
they cracked me up the entire time. I was
what
like,
are you doing?
yes.
Oh my god.
Thank you, side dialogue.
Yeah, he was perfect. And I watched the interview with him today, and he was like, he almost didn't do the role because he almost couldn't do the role because Saturday Night Live has a really strict rules about missing shows. He was like, they said I couldn't do it. And then Ariana gave a phone call to somebody, and here he is.
Period.
Yeah. And he was great. He's a great addition, especially when my favorite character, and obviously now, Fiero. Obviously now.
Why did you severely dislike him?
You said what?
Jeremy Bearimy says he's the only one who severely disliked Bo and Yang's character.
Yes, you are. And when Fiero came up to him, he's like, anything, sure, whatever you need. Yeah.
You want your way? Okay.
I don't think you're supposed to necessarily like them. I think if anything,
They're mean girls. Yeah.
they're mean girls, and they're
really good.
They give some comedic qualities to it.
Yeah.
They add some just little comedies just to kind of ease in with some of the super serious themes of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Randall from
God.
Recess.
I don't know that reference, but
It's an old Disney cartoon. He's like the little snitch on the playground.
He's literally the snitch.
he's that, okay. Well, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
do we all know who these characters are? Like the Easter eggy things. Do we know who they are?
For
Yes.
like who? Like we mean with
who the Cowardly Lion is, and this Tin Man is, and all those things.
Mhm. Or who they were.
Yeah, who they were is actually better.
Who they were.
That
So,
looks
like-
a no cadence. You okay?
No?
I'm trying to make sure I'm on the same page here.
Okay, so
Okay, I'll help you.
Okay.
There was a moment towards the end when Elphaba and Galinda was getting ready to get on the train, and Fiero came. He was like, "I've been thinking more," and then they were like, "Oh, he doesn't do that often." That's an Easter egg who he is.
Got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Bop, trifling, messy. Bop.
Mhm.
Guess what?
Messy and trifling.
Heartless.
Heartless.
That's
So that's what you will become. So for me, seeing this was more about the potential what happens next. Just background. This is one of my family's favorites. Wizard of Oz is one of my family's favorite stories. We call each other when it comes on. There's like a whole phone tree thing. Sometimes come to each other's houses. And so this book, all of it was great. I read the books too, like you did. The Son of the Witch, all of the Return to Oz, all of it. And to see, I don't know if we should talk about. Someone asked me how can she cry, and I want to answer that, but I don't know if that's too big of an answer.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, let's tiptoe around that one. But that's, yeah.
How can who cry?
Elphaba.
Oh,
based off what Dorothy does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that feels like that will hurt people if they knew that already.
That's the one spoiler we won't touch. We're like, stay away from that one. Just that one.
But I was crying.
It is a big plot thing.
It's the plot.
Yeah, in the second half. Yeah.
All right, so the music. Talk about it.
The music.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't think there was really one bad performance for me. It was just I don't know, man. The decision for them to sing live though was the best decision ever.
Yeah.
It added so much. It really it was such an immersive experience for me to be able to see it in such a magnificent way. Like if you're looking at a Broadway play that is on steroids. Right,
That's why I'm not sad that I haven't seen the stage production before, because there are just things that they were able to do as a film that you aren't necessarily able to do as on the stage. And that'd be one thing if they did it poorly. That'd be one thing if they did it poorly. They did not.
Yeah.
Not in my eyes. I like there's just the nuances and like the close-ups and the effects, especially with defying gravity and her and being able to like
Doing your own stunts while
yeah, do your own
singing
stunts
and
and like the jumping and the flying
Course
and
it
like
is.
right and like because it's I've seen clips of it and it's like
insane.
it's like she's on
insane.
like some type of like some kind of thing for her to be able up in the air, but like here you get to see her fly with the effects and it's just so different.
For me, it
Yeah.
was professionalism, how they talked about it too, because
Mhm.
Cynthia was like, I was corseted, so I have to work on my placement when I'm singing. I was like,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yes.
And like when we get later on, we talk about who auditioned. I'm like,
everything is
The
very
people just wanted
thoughtful
to
and
do
very
it, okay?
mindful, very demure.
The people just wanted to do it, okay? They
I get it. And
Yeah,
I
they
have
just wanted to be a part.
Look, some of them, there were some that I could see. There may be like maybe one or two that I could
me too,
play
Ricky.
those
I still think we got
role.
the best ones. We got the best ones, but I still think
Yes.
like the top two on those lists, they probably would be passable. But these two songs didn't detract from my experience. But if I have to be like critical or like give some type of, adverse feedback, Michelle Yeoh and Jeff Goldblum songs didn't do it for me.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? And so I agree with that, but I'm okay because
that's how it is though for that character.
Right. Because like they're not the ones that are powerhouses throughout this show.
Yeah.
We got the powerhouses.
Even in the stage play, because what's her name? Louise Watson, Shirley Ralph. Yeah, Shirley Ralph. She was
right.
Michelle Yeoh's character.
Yeah.
And she can sing. But I just wasn't there for Jeff Goldblum, and I love Jeff Goldblum, like obsessed with him actually.
But he has the charisma for the wizard
for days.
Right, he has the charisma of the wizard.
He's a curious person, Jeff Goldblum. I think he fit that role well. But that song, like "Sentimental Man," is just a weird song anyway. But like him, just like talk singing through it, I was like, all right, that's fine. Like, you know what? It would have been. I think the only way that could have been weirder and still appropriate is to put oh damn, I just had the guy's name. Who's the dad in Catch Me If You Can?
Catch Me If
Leonardo DiCaprio?
His dad in
Tom Hanks?
No, now I'm looking at the cast. Christopher Walken. Like I could see him talk singing that, and it'd be weird and still probably okay.
Not Prophecy. Not Marty McFly that
Cadence.
Oh, please.
That's why I don't cast movies, man.
Didn't he?
No, you're crazy.
Well, he was Tracy Turnblad's dad on Hairspray.
Not Marty McFly's Tracy Turnblad.
Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy.
That's what I'm thinking of. That's the one that he played.
I want this now, though. Now I really want
a sentimental man. I'm a sentimental man.
You telling me? You can read the book.
Stop it.
Oh, okay. So, if you remove the music from this, the lore that you get about Oz and the story is so great. Like that stage play they do in the middle where we get the cameos. I didn't know that was in there. Like I just died in the movie.
Yes,
I screamed when I saw them in there, and they are still looking good, still singing great. The original girl in the wheelchair was back there too. A lot of other original stage
originals are in the cast. Yes.
Well, the lyricist and the composer for the musical, Steven Schwartz, was in there too. He was the one. He was the guy like up in the tower that said that the wizard is ready to see you. Like,
the mustache.
Oh yeah.
See, that's things that give these points to this movie. Like it boosts. It makes it so much better when you know what's going on behind the scenes, and all people that's contributed to this on stage and in the theater. It was just, I have no real.
It was able to pay homage to the original stage play without
Yes.
being like too much.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
making Kristen's Galinda's mother, because that's what I thought was about to happen. When I saw the blonde lady, I was like, "Is that
Mhm.
Kristen chilling with?" No, it wasn't.
No.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Let's
Yeah,
talk
it was-
about
and it
that.
was
Let's talk about
cheesy.
that slut of a mama.
Who's mama?
In the
Elphaba's
musical,
mama.
Elphabuzz.
in the musical, she's fast, but in the book, it wasn't that.
Oh,
It
Yeah.
wasn't her fault.
Yeah,
The wizard is just a
it wasn't the
he-
sleep.
yeah. Oh, I mean, I thought that was obvious to be
Oh,
quite
okay,
sorry.
honest.
yeah. I mean, his
Spoilers.
voice, it was his voice. So
Yeah, I thought that was pretty obvious. I mean, you get the green elixir, like
we
I
do
mean,
know that he loves green. We do know
exactly
that
his favorite color, green. Like, come on, he was probably trying to create the prophecy in some way, form, or fashion.
Oh yeah, so yeah, think about that, like all that stuff, the lore, what they did, like they're talking about the original two witches of Oz and how they had this prophecy and how all these, like all that is good story. Outside of the singing, outside of all those things, if they wanted to continue like focusing on that, that's great stuff to talk about.
Agreed.
Yep, I loved it. All right, y'all. So we're going to do just another quick commercial break before we talk about, some other stuff like who auditioned.
Yikes.
And, well, there's some that could have done it and some that
Shouldn't have
Thanks for
even
coming.
tried.
Thanks for coming. All right, we'll be right back.
Girl.
Cam will be right back. All right, so Taman, I know this is the card game, but I want you to briefly talk to us about From and the Fromly and season 3, episode 10 reviews that you're going to be doing on Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely. So this Wednesday coming up is the season finale of From. Well, this Sunday was the season finale of From, and this Wednesday we are coming together to discuss episode 10, break down that episode and the impact of it, and then we're going to circle back and have an after party where we're going to talk about the entire series, all the not all the episodes, but all the seasons, what we think is going to happen. This show is built for discussion. It's built for people to break down and build theories. And if you haven't watched it, like Ricky said, it's on Prime. You can watch it for free now. And then in a couple of months, season 3 will be on there. But I promise you, it's either can be a family show or you can just watch it solo. But it's a really good time. Ricky, you're watching it, right?
I need to catch up. I know I'm finishing up season 1, but I started season 1 with my youngest, and he and I are both scared of cats. And, as long as we got a device in our hands just to kind of like keep us steady, we're good. It's bad, but it's a good show. And then, so the clip that I showed earlier on our first commercial was you guys talking about a certain father possibly getting the axe.
Oh,
So,
do you know what happened?
I've heard.
Okay.
But I'm excited to see how that's going to be discussed.
Well, in our after party, we're having a funeral that day. It's a lot of deaths this season, and I don't know if we're going to celebrate his death, but this season was really...
we just need it. We're gonna have to have an in memoriam moment.
Yeah. This season was great. Finale gave you everything you want to know about the show, and then gave us more to want to know about. It's just so good. The writing is good. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And the actors on the show, like Hale Perrineau, they respond to us, they tweet us, they respond to us, they do all the things. So like they love us too. So like watch the show, guys. It's great.
All right.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go into like some behind the scenes, some folks who auditioned, because this is the role of a lifetime, honestly.
Yeah.
To play Elphaba, Glinda, like just to be a part of this production, it's kind of the role of a lifetime.
Yeah, especially in a movie. This is forever.
Yes. And so we had a lot of folks vying for these positions, for these roles. So let's see. All right. So for Elphaba, Lady Gaga.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I wouldn't have hated, but
No,
she
sure.
just. I wonder if this. I wonder if this is why she did. What's it called? Folie du, Joker.
Oh, the girl. Oh,
Who knows
I
what anybody?
haven't even seen it, but I heard it was everything I thought it would be, which was nothing.
Which is why we're not gonna watch it. So
Nicole Scherzinger from Pussycat
No,
Dolls and
no,
Eden's Crush.
no,
So look,
no,
so here's my thing. I
no.
wouldn't want her for this, but can we put her in another thing because she has a wonderful voice. She has a great voice.
sure, she
I
could be in the
just-
studio.
I
She
don't
can go to
want her
West
for
Side
this.
Story.
Was
You
that
know, that'd be
racially
some-
motivated?
Definitely like Hawaiian. Okay,
No, but she could be in.
we'll see her in Moana again.
Oh my god,
We are. I'm pretty sure we are. She's in
we
Moana.
are. Yeah,
She was in Moana.
I saw
Yes,
Jessie J's audition.
Oh,
What was that look?
was she
it
doing too
sounded
much?
good.
Jessie J has a wonderful voice too.
She's phenomenal. Jessie J has the chops for it. I don't know about her acting. That's
Exactly. This is like Bruce Wayne and Batman. You got to be both.
Yeah, and I'm just like I don't think she's ever had an acting role
And you can't take a risk just because you're one of the greatest singers.
on a major production. No, you
No,
cannot.
that's
You
the
have
case with
to-
Beyonce in it. Oh,
Oh my god! No.
I mean,
Moving on to Jordan Sparks. Jordan Sparks. Oh,
Yeah.
no, because she did a run on The Waitress, and I forgot. I heard good things about that, but I don't know about this.
no, ma'am.
I
Anna
think
Kendrick. I do not care for Anna Kendrick's voice.
Who
not
played
sure.
Anna on Frozen? Oh, that's Kristen Bell. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's Kristen Bell, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really weird. No, that's
No, Anna Kendrick. No.
No, I don't care for her. I think she's a great actress.
None
I
of
think
these.
she's-
Cut this list.
I don't know Kristen Malone.
I can't wait to get to this next one. Yep. Come
Okay,
on.
We're
Lee
done.
Michelle.
Lee
Look,
Michelle's been waiting for this role her entire life.
I'm sure she has.
But guess what?
Too bad your
Mhm.
reputation is trash.
Yeah, nobody
Look,
wants to work
You
with
got funny girl. What more do you want? Okay.
You remember Ariana Grande from Scream Queens that you work with? Don't worry about it because you're not going to see her again.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna look up Kristen Melody. Who's she? Who is she? Oh, okay. I guess I've seen her in things. Okay.
Not in Wicked.
She
wow.
right now
Jimmy.
she's currently Sophia Falcone in The Penguin.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
people
was
like her. People really
yeah,
like
she was
her.
the mom in How I Met Your Mother.
Yes.
Never seen it, but
But Amber Riley, I know that she
No.
did. Why?
No.
You
No.
know what? Yes, I agree with this. Jordan would give a cute TV special up above.
not
Yeah.
on NBC Live.
She could do a tribute. She could do a tribute on the Tonys. She could do one of those.
Amber has done a tribute before, and she was great.
Amber
Yes,
has the
but-
chops to sing this song. I don't know how accurate. Yeah, but she will be great. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I don't
Ariana
know. I don't, the acting would be my concern.
Ariana DeBose, she was in Hamilton. She
Yeah,
was
she's good.
she was the main character in Wish. She did What's That
And this one
Story?
movie called
Ugh.
House of Spoils.
Mm-hmm. Samantha Barks. I gotta look her up.
Not a clue.
Um,
Felicia Rashad. That last. Can we skip to the end? Because
okay,
Lisa Pearl Posse.
I don't know who that is. Barrett Wilbert Weed. She was in Mean Girls. I don't know who Sierra was. MJ Rodriguez. I don't know.
she's from Pose, and
I know she's from Pose. I don't know if her voice is.
it's not happening.
I don't know.
I know she don't have it.
Golly.
And
Oh,
the
that's
fact
just
that
because
she
she's
was
a
on this
Rodriguez, huh?
list- The fact that she got an audition is insanity. I'm surprised Billy Porter wasn't on the list. I'm sorry, y'all.
I
I'm
think
mad.
she has a great voice too. Just
Who, Billy Porter?
Not no Elphaba.
Not- both.
Oh.
Not
Rude.
no Elphaba.
Yeah, she can sing in the church choir, but we talking about
Bear Wilbert Weed was in the original Mean Girl production and the Heathers production.
Oh.
Yeah, she was Veronica Sawyer for both Broadway and the what's it called on the West Coast?
Not Broadway.
Yes.
Broadway?
Well, you know, it was at West End. Or is that Great Britain?
A residency.
Right. Either way, because there was two different types of productions. So she was in that. So I wouldn't say alpha for her either. Listening to some of her stuff. Okay, so this is for Glinda, Amy Adams. Stick with Enchanted, please. And Amanda Seyfried.
Not the Mean Girls.
Yes, Mean Girls and Mamma Mia.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anne Hathaway.
I think Anne Hathaway could have done it.
Yeah, I could.
She don't got no pipes like that.
But I feel like Anne Hathaway kind of
does.
Pipes like that for Glinda to be singing that high.
Yeah. Have you seen her? She has an image. She has a Tony. No,
that's
she has
fine.
Or something, a musical.
And she can have all those things, but that don't mean she's got a good enough range to do Glinda.
My only issue is that she's they make it a lot older.
Yeah.
So let's see.
She definitely has the acting part.
Yeah.
Because she played Glinda, like outside of the singing part for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's
been a lot of princesses.
Going to the next one, guys.
She is a princess. The bride.
Yeah, the Princess of Genovia. That's right.
Katy Perry.
See, some of these names, like if you put them in there, it becomes like just like what Timon was joking, but like if you put Beyonce in this, it becomes Beyonce's Wicked or whatever it becomes, right? Like it becomes that person's just too big.
It's not even that it's too big. It's also that it requires acting, and that it requires a different type of technique for singing.
Yeah.
Who? Katy Perry?
No. Well, Lucio was saying that putting someone like Beyonce in here, you know,
her star would overshine the actual.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want it anyway. That's the thing.
I pointed out that it requires a different type of singing and acting. So not just anybody could do it.
She might be tapped enough to do it though. Actually, Beyonce probably could play Glinda.
You know what? I'll give her a spot in the Wiz.
That feels racially motivated.
No.
Yeah, she can sing Home.
When I think
or she can sing Believe in Yourself.
Everybody did great on Wicked in concert. See,
and that's fine. But we're talking about
corseted flying through the air is what we're talking about.
All right, so Katy Perry, no.
just off.
No. Lily Reinhart, I don't. I've never heard her voice.
Part 2 and 3.
Yeah.
No, if she's in Marvel, no.
She is.
Yeah, she's the bow and arrow girl. She's the new Avenger girl.
No, she's not.
Lily Reinhart. She's from Riverdale. Lily Reinhart.
That's Betty from Riverdale.
Is it?
Yeah.
What was that reaction?
Oh, why did she?
That's Betty from Riverdale.
Betty, please. Them numbers you did on Riverdale does not get you an audition.
Okay, so my only other person that I think would have been great as Glinda is Dove Cameron. We know Dove Cameron from The Descendants. Yes. Dove Cameron. So if you ever seen Dove Cameron, she's very much.
Oh yeah, her.
Kristen Chenoweth coded. She's very much Kristen coded.
Yes, she is.
Theater kid, just like Ariana. She's a Disney kid. She was on Descendants. Yep. Kristen Chenoweth played her mother, Maleficent, as.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. On Descendants.
She's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Kristen played her mother again in Hairspray Live a couple years back.
Oh,
she played, what's her name?
Sorry, girl, but we don't need your Descendant fans. We need Ariana's fans. Okay, so
You know, but vocal wise and acting wise, she would have been great. She would have
yeah,
been
would have.
she would have been top 2.
Yeah, I like
Honestly. Renee Rapp. I love
That
Renee
is-
Rapp. I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
Who is
Renee
that?
Rapp?
She's
Girls.
she's an artist. She's a singer. And she was in that the musical version of Mean Girls.
Yes.
Oh,
movie.
her. Yeah.
So she was on the stage production and then she was also in the movie production.
No,
She was in The Sex Life of College Students or College Girls, whatever that one is.
she has something, but she doesn't have something.
She can sing down.
Yeah, sing.
But I don't want her for this. I want her for something else.
Yeah.
Anything else. I don't know the other folks. Ashley Park. If it's the Ashley Park I'm thinking of, no. Brittany Johnson.
Sue from
Taylor Lauderman was the original Regina George and Mean Girls musical.
Oh, that is shade.
Stephanie Sue is from Everything Ever All at Once. Do you guys
No.
Please tell me she's Jobu Tupaki.
Huh. Never.
Have you seen that movie? It's excellent, man. Oh.
I've seen the movie, but once Jamie Lee Curtis got that award over Angela Bassett, I have nothing to say for it.
No,
she didn't she didn't do all that in that movie. Come on. No.
What was Angela Bassett up for?
Wakanda.
Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
Haven't I given you everything?
Right.
Yeah. Jamie Lee
Quite
Curtis
literally. She's played everybody's mama. Okay.
Only one of those actresses had hot dog hands in one of their scenes.
And that's why she won, because of prosthetics.
Stop it. But yes, Dove Cameron, if you ask her, it's a coloratura soprano. She definitely has a closer singing style to Kristen Chenoweth than Ariana normally has.
She's like a weird doll face. Like
I don't know, because in the beginning of this movie, sorry.
No, go ahead.
In the beginning of this movie, I thought Ariana sounded really like Kristen.
Chewing it.
And when she went to her upper register, and she was like, "Oh, she sounds just like her."
Chewed it.
Now, mind you, she is a vocal chameleon, and she can do that anyway, like just playing around. But when she's trained for it, disgusting.
Yeah,
But Dove has that too. Dove has it too.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes, it's just Dove doesn't have the fandom like Ariana does. Yeah, it's just it's just timing. I would love to see Dove do some more stuff. So but I'm very happy with what we got right now. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
All right, so for Fiyero.
Honestly, all of them. Harry Styles is fine. Shawn Mendes could work. Nick Jonas will be great.
You skipped over one of the Jonases. Whoa,
rude.
We know who your favorite is.
I'm just surprised that Harry or Sean didn't get it. Honestly, but he is on Bridgerton. So.
Jordan Fisher is pretty big right now. That's the thing.
I'm wondering if because. What's this guy's name? This actor, like his dancing was incredible.
Jonathan Bailey.
Jonathan Bailey.
So he's like ballet trained. We know from Bridgerton.
Yeah,
He's just not a singer, but honestly,
his voice is actually pretty nice too. His voice is perfect for this particular role.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, he was fantastic. Like
this.
And he was the right amount of hot where it didn't feel like he's just like overly hot to where it doesn't make two sense. But he was like perfectly Prince Charming, hot enough to where when he walked in the room and his swag, that's what it was. That's what
it was because that's very different from his character on Bridgerton. So like there was like a serious amount of flirt.
It was like big D energy. It was
he smolders in Bridgerton. He smolders all the time.
Yes.
And in this he was
getting everybody.
He's hot. He's more playful in this than in Bridgerton.
Right, definitely more playful.
So deadly serious in Bridgerton all the time.
Yes.
And him and Ariana's first meetings, it was just when Ariana was getting ready, when she went down there for him, his introduction, it was just perfect.
Yeah,
adorable.
Mm-hmm. And in the perfect world, they should be together. Okay, let's just say it. He was destined to marry that man and become queen. We know that.
Well,
and that's what happens.
Which is funny because in the books he was already married. So
Whoa.
He's trifling too.
Right. Low key.
But he found his girl.
Low key, he was already married and had kids. So
He's still
Whoa.
gonna be a king regardless, no matter what he looked like.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else on this list besides Jordan Fisher and Charlie Puth.
That's
The
it.
first
That's
first
it.
like 6 or 7. I'm happy with this one too. All right, so next one is the Wizard.
Steve Martin Shore.
No.
Bryan Cranston. Breaking Bad.
Christopher
Walter.
Walken didn't make the list.
That's Zordon.
You know he didn't make the list.
He's like,
Where
you've already
you
had a
putting
chance to
him
play a
on,
giant
Lucio?
head. You already had a chance to play a giant head. You're good.
I could see Steve Martin doing this role. Bryan Cranston one is like that guy's talented. Like, this is so weird. I wonder if he's just like, I really enjoy this. I want to do this.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think he's charismatic like Jeff Goldblum.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Martin's is
That's fine.
funny.
Jeff Goldblum is fine.
When I think of Steve Martin, I go back to him in Little Shop of Horror and his carector in that. That's what made me think he would be good for this. If y'all see him.
The dentist? Is that?
He is the dentist.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
right.
Yes, that's him.
But Jeff, you won it hands down.
Yeah.
This is something about that man.
Swag.
Just something about that man.
Mm-hmm. Always. From the Fly to Jurassic Park.
Especially now in the salt and pepper era, man.
Everything. And even your voice when you was younger in the beginning of this movie, it was still everything. Thank you.
Just thirsty. Holy Oz.
Also, maybe like probably my favorite costume in this is his outfit. Like this thing.
Really? Oh, that's a good topic. I didn't think about that. Costumes. When I close my eyes, I see Wallace Shawn from The Princess Bride. Not The Princess Bride. That's a good
That's
one.
weird because I see Andre from the same movie.
All right, do we want to talk about the salaries that were?
We have to.
We do.
I think so.
Okay, so I don't have it posted, but so so I was looking it up because based off what you sent me to mine, it's called Showbiz Galore. They posted they allegedly had the salaries. It wasn't necessarily confirmed, but our girl Ariana Grande got 15 million.
Hey,
jeez.
Here's the kicker: Cynthia got 1 million for Elphaba.
The star.
Right. Okay. I think Jeff got 2. Michelle got 2. And then the other one they listed was Ethan Slater, who played Bach. We saw him in SpongeBob.
That's what I was gonna say. He was in SpongeBob, right? Yeah.
That's Ariana's husband.
Boyfriend. Not married yet. Boyfriend.
Whatever.
Whatever. He got 350,000.
Of course.
According to Showbiz Galore. You know, I don't care for that big of a disparity.
I hope Cynthia is at least getting like points in the movie or something.
So
normally they can get a back end deal where they get more money after the movie's budget is surpassed. Which, if that's the case, she's going to be a coin.
Yeah, that's.
But to do that to your main actress, and
it's just
no, there's
for
no
part
guarantee.
1. But and I think it's just for part 1 because they've already filmed part 2.
Mm-hmm. I don't really care if it's just for part 1. Actually, 15 to 1 million.
Because if it's well, I mean, especially if it's for both 1 and 2, and you're only getting 1 million for doing all that, I'd be kind of pissed.
No, that's nasty word.
Hey, let's be very clear. I would.
You got me doing all this press. And you got me doing all this
my stunt.
Yeah,
and
I got to make a chair.
You don't get paid to do press.
You don't.
Nope, not at all.
That was Monique's big issue back in the day. You don't get paid to do press.
You don't get paid, but it's part of your contract, isn't it?
Yep.
Sometimes, yeah.
I would think it'd be a part of the contract.
The only thing that may not be in the contract if it's out of the country.
Mm.
But either way, Cynthia, girl, I know you may not be used. That's coming from where you're coming from. You may be used to that, but
I wonder if she's SAG-AFTRA.
Oh,
because she's a British actor, so they have a whole other union.
Yeah, she's probably not.
Oh,
She's a whole other union.
I hope that she gets taken care of somewhere. Because holy cow,
I wonder. She's done several things in the States. I wonder if she is SAG after. But
I'll be forgetting she's not American sometimes.
She's on a work visa. Oh, y'all, please.
You think she's on a work visa?
Oh my god.
It's the longest work visa I've seen.
Y'all, please.
We're going to hell. Okay.
Not for this, but yeah.
Weak. Yeah,
Is
no, that's still just that's crazy.
Are you researching Lucio? Do we know what
it looks
union
like
she's
she
under?
might be. It looks
Under
like
SAG?
she might be. Like she for sure apparently was on the picket lines and all that fun stuff. So it looks like it's a yes. So here's the thing: is the stupid AI overview that they give you at the top. Okay, just ignore those. Like for the next year, guys, just ignore those. They're constantly wrong. It says yes, but they're constantly wrong.
You know how many times I've seen folks on the Facebook pages of the Vampire Diaries group say that get stuff wrong because they Google it and they're going off of the AI description. I'm like,
if you want proof how bad it is, give it like a halfway decent algebra problem and just watch how wrong it is. Like the thing that computers should be good at is math, and it like these AI things cannot do math.
That's literally what it is a bunch of math.
Yeah.
Not you got artificial intelligence that can't do math. That's crazy.
That is nasty work. Elon.
That's diabolical.
Elon, please.
Diabolical.
Pretty terrible.
Oh, your AI can't even do your math homework, baby. You out of it. Out of it. It could put words together.
Word problems.
Yeah. Honestly, though, it might be better at the word problems than just like giving it an equation. Like there's some weird thing that happens when you give when you make a computer like, okay, we're gonna get rid of math now. We're doing words, and it just messes everything up.
Not you can create a whole book cover, but you can't do multiple.
Count them teeth. They can't do no book cover either.
You can make me a whole
had
movie.
5 apples. Google.
You can make me a whole original movie.
Literally. No. Doing revision is gonna blow your bracket out.
That's
I don't know if
you
you
do
guys
two.
seen
That's
this,
you 2x times.
There's these people that are like
times 2y over 3.
Yeah, it will give you something wrong, and it might give you multiple different answers. So that's
Oh, that's diabolical.
AI is limited.
It's super limited. It is.
Okay, y'all. So overall, out of 5 stars.
Yeah, that song is so good.
Out of 5 stars.
5. It's 5 stars.
Yeah, quit playing our faces, Tamon.
5 stars.
Quit playing our faces. Really?
Going. Wait,
I love it all.
Going.
Right.
I give it a 4.
You got to do the hair flip.
I do have that. Yeah.
It's so good.
I've practicing this my entire life. Of course.
No, it was the first time it happened was just so dramatic. It tickled me so bad. She just everyone is okay. The window.
So good.
4.5 because I want to judge as an entire thing. 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5.
That's mine too.
Because I want to judge it for the entire thing. I want to see the whole thing. Yes.
My only problem is I have to wait too long. Like it should literally be out next week for Christmas. It should be Christmas part 2. What are y'all doing?
We were talking about how like a year is not bad considering how normally you have to wait for a sequel.
I mean, yeah, it's not a Marvel project, so great.
Okay.
Look, it's not like I'm waiting for like another season of Euphoria.
What's that show again? You mean the one?
Euphoria.
It's giving Stranger Things.
It's
not
giving
Blue Time
canceled.
Jumps.
It's giving canceled.
No, they have not canceled Euphoria. They just can't get everybody's back.
They
It's giving
just can't.
scrapped. It's giving scrapped.
It's giving TV movie that's 30 minutes.
Chop, chop.
Just to
I told my-
extend it.
As soon as the movie ended, I looked at my kids. I was like, "Well, now we have a one year intermission. Let's go."
It's so inconsiderate because tomorrow's not promised. So what if I don't make it? I'll never see it.
And you already have it finished, which is gaslighting.
That's crazy.
I don't
That's
appreciate
rude.
it.
That's rude and inconsiderate.
It's really mental abuse. We probably could file a joint claim.
In a class action.
Class action against Wicked for making us wait.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Release this movie.
I want at least 10%
Release it.
of that 100 million you made. Give me 10% of that.
Yeah.
Cadence mentioned something earlier about, oh my gosh. Oh, about themes, and then he got touched. I think it was important that Elphaba was played by a woman of color, and I think that it's important.
A black woman at that.
It changed. It added additional layers.
I mean, the layers were already there, but I have to paint the picture. Like, have you ever been in the space where you were the only one, and people were looking at you like you don't belong, and all those things? So when she walked into that party, I was just like,
yeah.
Like even right now, like thinking about that moment is just so much. And then trifling as Glenda when she found out that she did something for you. Oh, now you want to?
Yeah.
I'm like, is this Wednesday? And she's about to.
Okay. Listen, that's why the first time I wasn't necessarily the first time I watched it, I wasn't necessarily moved because again, that first time
I wasn't either.
I was fighting. But that second time, I was crying.
Oh,
We get into your
I
heart.
cried.
Yeah, the kids were crying.
I was in it, and I was like, wow, like this is crazy.
mm-hmm.
But then just the conversation they were having again, just by looking at each other.
Mm-hmm.
They were so locked in, like everything that they said on their press run.
It's facts.
It's the truth. Like you see it.
Yeah.
And you would think that when you see them on the press tour, everybody's been speculating like they can't possibly be that close. Like what are you talking about?
No, it feels very real. It feels very real.
And you see that chemistry.
Yeah.
You hear exactly what they were talking about when they were talking about how their voices complemented each other, and they found a way to just make that magic. Like everything that they said they did, they you see it, and to see it is just like, oh, y'all weren't blowing smoke, y'all were dead ass.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be how to run the interviews. Stop.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No,
Swan, hold your hand.
But no, yeah, it definitely, it was just a magical experience, and I recommend go see it in a different format other than standard. Like
I need to go see it. I agree. I need to see it the second time.
Yeah, that's second time.
Her father, I didn't have that problem like with my dad, but like I know people who've experienced awful fathers. That was just awful behavior.
Yes,
a human being. And Lucio, you have daughters. I can imagine you could even speak or look. I just don't get that type of anger and hate.
Just because you came out different.
It's not even that it's like anger and hate. It's almost like disgust, which is even worse because it's like at least if you hated, there's like emotion there. If you discuss, you're like just so dismissive about it. I literally turned to my daughter. I was like, "This dad is shit." I'm sorry, but I was like, "This guy is terrible."
But then you also expect her to literally take care of her younger sister.
Oh yeah,
like you don't like her, but you trust her enough to take care of your sister.
And you despise me so much that you risk the health of your wife by feeding her those. Sorry, I had
milk
which made your daughter handicapped. So, like, you are the cause of your family falling apart in the way that it.
A lot of projecting because That's when Elphaba talks to Glenda, like that's her big secret is that she feels that she's the reason why her mom passed away and why her sister's away is the the reason why her sister's disabled is because her father hated her so much for coming out
Mhm.
how she did that he was forcing her mother to take the step.
Mhm.
And
That's
that
not
has
her.
nothing to do with you. It's
That's
his.
him.
It's his bullshit the entire
And
time.
And I think
love when,
I'm pretty sure deep down he knows that it's his fault.
and I love when Glenda said like that may be your secret, but that's not your truth. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
was like, oh my god,
That's not your burden. That is not
oh,
your burden.
it was so
that part.
good.
See, don't do that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was so good seeing them go from that to popular and popular. Oh,
That's one of my favorite songs.
Mhm.
She did so well.
Yeah.
She did it so well.
When she was hanging on the thing and she did that perfect leg extension and I was like,
Yeah.
Ariana, you like showing athleticism and dance. I'm like, I'm so proud. And if you listen to the lyrics to that song, it's so messy. She's like,
Yes.
something about more something than I.
Less
Like,
fortunate than
less
I.
fortunate than I. Let's face it. Who's not
Who
listening?
is it?
Correct.
Because we know that Glenda's
She's
shallow.
a great mean girl.
Like
Yeah.
she's like, what's the difference? Like we know Glenda is shallow. She's supposed to be the good one, but like nice is different than good.
Yeah.
Kind is different than good.
And she's not ditzy or dumb. She's not that. She knows what she's doing.
Right. Yeah. So that's And there are lots of other things in the overall story because you're dealing with essentially racism, otherism, ableism,
the political aspect of it.
Political aspect. And if you're going into this thinking that there's nothing political about Wicked, then I need you to open the book, baby.
Because baby, it's extremely political. Erase the
I'm gonna
history.
hold your hand when I say this.
Oh my gosh.
Erase the history.
It's very political.
It's very political. So go watch
creating a villain,
actively making. It's
the
manufacturing
literally cult of personality, y'all. He's literally
wrong. The wizard actually was right about that, and maybe that is not the most integral way to rule, but he's right. People do come together for negative.
I mean, like he's totally right, but it doesn't make it right.
Someone or something to hate.
But
we do as Americans, we do great when we have wars. We do great when we have that can be like an active war, like a Cold War, because we had that too. We when there's a common enemy, like there's tons of times we that someone attacked our towers. Now we're all going to band together and beat the crap out of that person, whether it's right or wrong.
Yes, fear mongering.
Yeah, it is.
So
and he was not wrong.
Was right, but it wasn't just.
No, it wasn't just at all.
But
no morality in that.
Don't let that deter you from enjoying this movie, though.
Not at all.
Yeah,
all art is political. Like all art is going to be political. Like
because it's from us. It's from man. It's from man.
Yeah,
and it's a message. Did anybody see when Elphaba did the spell and then she broke like the seal, this concrete seal, and it broke down, and the animals were back there?
Yes, that's right at the start. Yeah, right when
the seal. That's really important to what's what's about to happen. The erasure of a certain group of people. Yeah, and we question why was the lion cowardly? The trauma that he went through as a cub,
right,
is what pushed all that to happen. And there's no more speaking animals by the time we get to the Wizard of Oz, is there? So to know that his plan works is insanity.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, whew. I'm glad we came back. Right, we came back
third time.
Yes. I'm still tempted too because I'm gonna see. Because I know I'm not going to see it for a second time with my mom, but I might see it beforehand.
Yeah, I'm going to buy it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to buy it? Like, are you going to buy it?
Yeah, no, you got to get the physical.
I need whatever physical. I'm going to get the physical media.
The steel case.
You
need the steel case. You get the beautiful steel case. That's what you're going to get. It's going to be great.
Yep. And then I'm going to buy it digitally and put the case up. Yeah.
It'll go. Just buy the one that comes with the digital one. It's a steel case.
Oh, great! I get it all.
There you go. That's it.
Well, so then, I might just wait till the second one comes out to buy it, though.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Oh, as a set, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
because that might be a good one too.
Oh, that's
They
true.
they probably not gonna release it until both are out to release it as a set.
physical media. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially
I'm-
now they'll
I'm gonna
release
find
it
out where-
all day.
I'm gonna find
It's
out
gonna be
where
like
Cynthia Erivo's
Titanic, where it
points are.
has 2 discs.
Oh, Titanic had 2 VHS tapes. That's how
Baby.
old.
It sure
Oh
did.
my god. No,
God.
so okay, so my grandma, she used to have the 10 Commandments on VHS. I don't know if y'all know this, but that has multiple tapes. It is a box set.
Here's your tape.
And that is probably, but the thing is, I used to love watching it.
It's
I
good.
used to love watching it.
The Charlton Heston one, right? That's who's in it?
Just a memory. I used to
It
love
probably
watching.
felt like you're watching the Jackson 5 American Dream again.
I was reliving a past trauma. That's all.
Okay, Elfie. Wait, who got Elphaba?
I
Those two.
Ricky and I, yeah.
Okay.
Ricky and I.
did, yes,
So y'all sisters, I get it. The 3 of y'all.
right.
I'm
And
y'all
then-
man. I get
And then
it.
y'all, and then there's you, as long as you're mine. Okay, so
Oh, sweet.
We together now.
we go together.
We go together. In the club.
We all
Uh-uh. That's basically what the Ozda scene gave. In the club, we all fam.
We all
Right. We sure
Oh,
are.
I'm sorry. I know we're trying to get out of here. The poppies. Did anybody?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Those Easter eggs were all. That was another fantastic Easter egg.
Okay, good.
The poppy
Oh.
spell, her first time casting the poppy
Yes.
spell, just the correlation of the poppies with her and the professor, and how
Mhm.
that was like a common bond between them. Everything was. It was just
Now,
amazing.
flash forward to the Wizard of Oz. What she's done to poppies. It's just
Yeah.
Amazing.
Mhm.
A thing that this is, I just remember this made me like weirdly teary eyed is that last scene when Ariana Grande gives her the cloak, and I was like, she's literally wearing the clothes that Glinda picked out for her, the cloak to keep her warm, and the hat that she gave her. It's like everything she's wearing is the costume that I was like, man, that's like a little bit
Yeah,
symbolic
she's a
sad
villain.
and a little bit symbolic happy. I was like, that was really good.
Well, she said she's gonna be popular now.
Mhm.
She said,
I
Yep.
promise you that. Now put on this little black.
Hey, there's gonna be a celebration throughout Oz, all
Well,
to do with her.
"You know what? My
Black.
son,
Black
my
is the
son
new
connected
pink.
the dots there. Hadn't seen the movie or the music or nothing. He connected the dots just from listening to the soundtrack. I'm like, look at you, son.
Yeah, that's good.
Foreshadowing.
That's
Look at
awesome.
you. Literacy. I love it.
Yeah, they did.
And
They did
Ricky,
an
you
amazing
said
job.
they did things in the like. You don't feel bad about seeing the play because they did things. I think you should still see the play, but that
Oh, I
final
definitely want to, but like,
scene all around, and it became an action movie. I was
Mhm.
like,
Blew my mind. It was amazing.
but
And
I'm
then
definitely.
when she.
I loved that because there's so many musicals that I would have loved to see on stage. I've never seen but I've seen them like on film in some way,
mhm.
and this is one of those really big ones where like I know at least 15 to 20 people that have seen the stage production of Wicked, but be able to see it on film and for them to do it so well, and like getting validation that like the people that have seen it on stage are like, no, this was great too. Like they did it justice.
Oh, beyond
Makes,
justice.
like I feel okay. Like I definitely still want to see it on stage, but like I'm glad at least this is my first experience, and I could see some of those things, those nuances.
you could
got-
die and not see it on stage and be happy with this.
You really
Honestly.
got. I feel like we really got to see it how it was seen in the mind when it was written.
That's very good. Yes.
Mhm.
Like from every aspect. Because I mean, when you get to Defying Gravity and she comes up for that last big note, and the cloak is just it's much
It's
longer than
cloaking.
it was.
Cloak is cloaking, man.
Much longer
Yeah.
than it. And she has that little spell,
Yeah.
knocking out power with all that power.
John M. Shu is doing some things with the musical movies. I don't care what y'all say about In the Heights, but I enjoyed it In the Heights.
No, that's
so,
fine.
yeah.
Now, was she flying
It's
or the
different.
room propelling her up?
The broom was
The broom, I
propelling
think.
her up.
Yeah,
Because remember,
the
she was
broom is
falling
important.
until the broom came to her.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
cool.
She casted the levitation spell correctly on the broom.
Mhm.
I was still trying to figure out when she casted the spell the first time, was it because the wizard and Madame Morrible were kind of talking to her while she was doing it, so they were kind of like doing an inception thing, like
what you
like
mean
how
with
the wing, creating the winged monkeys?
No, she
creating
did
the
that on
flying
her
monkeys.
own.
I think she did it on
Right,
her
but
own.
I'm saying like when she read the spell the second time, she levitated the broom.
I think
Because
she had
you
a.
can do the same spell. We only can do the one spell once. So I guess the spell she did read was not to do the wings, even though it sounds really similar. But
You can't
I don't think
uncast it. I
that's
thought
fair.
was what the rule. I don't know. Whatever their magic.
No, I
system
mean, I
is.
know you can't uncast it, but it was just like I was just trying to figure out like what made it. I was trying to figure out when they were talking to her about the monkey, and when like he was being intentional about talking to her about the monkey when she was reading the spell, as she was reading it and like trying to.
Now I see what you mean by Inception.
Yes, and so
I was
I'm like,
yeah, he planted the seeds, the intent.
Yes, so I'm like, that's crazy, and the fact that they were able to direct her power to do that, because she's like, I wasn't trying to do this. This ain't what I was doing.
But he is a master manipulator.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense, and both of them really, really.
Oh,
and I don't.
And I'm like, Morrible rhymes with horrible.
Yeah,
you're a horrible bitch.
Oh, J-Lo auditioned for Madame Mobley, and
Morrible.
I actually think that would have been okay.
No, thank you.
Okay, that's fine. And so everybody is silent. Okay, great.
And on that note, we're gonna come back next week.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back with some holiday films.
We just missed some good things. We did.
No, there's so much. There really is a lot to talk about, and we'll talk about them.
Yes. Oh.
Like we'll talk about them more for sure. But we definitely want to make sure you know that because the holiday seasons are coming up, we're gonna talk about some holiday films.
Yes.
About our favorite holiday films, Hallmark or not. I'm probably going to talk about The Preacher's Wife at some point.
Okay.
You have to.
Yes.
You have to at least once. So thank you for joining us, and I hope you guys have a wonderful and restful and Thanksgiving, full of food Thanksgiving. So I'm Ricky Z.
I'm Tamon Kane.
I'm at Lucy Man.
And I'm Cadence.
And we are
Geekin'
out.
Look, I tried, y'all.
You did.
It was almost right. It's Lucio's fault. He likes to mess it up.
I don't mess it up on purpose. I'm just happy when it gets messed up.
Saboteur.
I will 100%.
Like, it's okay. We're gonna trick you next time.
I'm not upset when it goes wrong.
But we're gonna trick you next time. Watch it.
Good night, y'all.